Hey good people, welcome back to another video with DIYs by Carolina. Hope you guys are doing well and having a wonderful and blessed Sunday. So in this video, I am basically going to be just showing you guys all of the work, all of the progress that I've done so far. We still have about a week left in this month. We still have a little bit more that we still have to complete in terms of projects. So I think we're making pretty good progress, and I think we'll be able to complete everything by the end of February, but I'm so excited. So in today's video, I'm just going to basically just kind of go through, show you guys from start to finish all of the projects that I completed. Remember you guys, it was a lot, and don't get me wrong, we still have a little ways to go, not that much. We're wrapping things up for the most part, but I do want to share with you what I've done so far, my progress, and just how much of a transformation that occurred by me simply cleaning and just kind of, updating the space and just kind of decluttering. Absolutely amazing. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, is just kind of showing you a recap of every project that we've completed so far since the second or last week in January, I think, is when we actually started in the backyard. So without further ado, you guys, let's get started. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through my complete backyard transformation this winter. It's been a process, you guys, but with some cleaning, winterizing, and adding some much needed colors, my backyard is now a cozy and inviting space. So because I have a pretty large backyard space, you guys, I had to split these projects up into little mini projects. So then that way I didn't feel overwhelmed or overworked, and I could still go about and do the things that I enjoy doing without having to feel like all of my time was being spent in the backyard. And that's exactly what I did. Now, granted, I still have a couple more areas that I still need to clean in this backyard area, but luckily we still have about a week to get that done. So I'm super excited because that means we are right on schedule. So we're gonna go ahead and get into today's video and get into this first project. So guys, it is super cold outside. It is actually sleeting right now, but your girl has to press on, okay? We have a lot to do and we have a short time to do it because the goal is to get all of these projects completed by the end of February. So all I'm doing right now is just clearing out the space, getting rid of all of this trash, just putting everything in this place, so then that way I can go ahead and start raking up the leaves and just kind of beautifying the space. So if you are stopping by and visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Carolina, and if this is the type of content you enjoy and find interesting, I would absolutely love to have you join my family of subscribers. And as always, to my existing subscribers, guys, you are always welcome back. So some of you guys have asked me, why not just pile mulch on top of the existing leaves? Just leave the leaves where it's at and just put mulch on top of that. And something like this I would probably try in a larger landscaping area. But when you have a narrow, small landscape like this, it layers and builds up until it literally starts to spill over the brick edging, and that's the last thing I want. So this is why I like to rake out the leaves, just get everything nice and neat, and then when I add mulch on top, it's not that I'm building it up to the point where it's starting to spill over. right, you guys, so as you can see, I've pretty much already cleared out this area, put everything in its place, got rid of all the trash, all of those flower pots and everything, and I've raked out most of the leaves out of the flower beds. So now I'm just going to clean up around this area, make everything nice and spiffy. And I did decide at the last minute to actually go ahead and plant some flowers. So these are actually pansies. I got these from Lowe's, and I'm doing that to basically kind of add a pop of color in this landscape. Just wanted to brighten up the space a little bit and just kind of make it look a little bit more cheery, I guess. All right, you guys, so before the final reveal, let's go back a little bit and take a look at what this space used to look like before we cleaned it up, tidied it up, refreshed the landscape. So now let's take a look at the final reveal. Y'all, so this next project basically is going to consist of me cleaning off my deck area. I'm also cleaning out the gutter, and so what you're seeing right now is just kind of what this area looks like. I actually use these cardboards here to lay across the landscape, so then that way when I blew out the leaves from the gutter, the leaves fell on top of the cardboard. Now granted, some of them did went inside of the landscape, but not nearly as much as you see here in this space. So that's what the cardboard is there for. I am going to be using these and putting them back inside my storage house for later use. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with the deck. The area that I'm going to be just kind of straightening up and cleaning a little bit is basically going to be the deck area. So like I told you guys before, I'm in the process right now of just cleaning out my gutters, and that's why you see all the leaves on the deck area, because that's what I've been doing, and I'm almost done. I only have about, let's see here. So where the ladder is at currently, that's about how much I have remaining. Just that little piece here, because I've already blowed out the leaves and cleaned this entire area. So everything is clean, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish cleaning out my gutters, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and give my deck area a nice little refresh. So let's get started. So I do want to show you all what the deck looks like at the moment. Again, a lot of these leaves, I should say, came from my gutters. Granted, there were leaves already on the deck, but yeah, this is why there's so much of it, because I just cleaned out my gutter. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of do some prepping here, dump some of these little pots here with the water, and just kind of give this space a nice little clean refresh, because with these warmer temperatures, y'all, look, your girl want to come out here, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and just enjoy. I mean, honestly.
the time. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh.
Basically just trying to figure out a configuration for the deck in terms of the sectional, just trying to figure out how I want to style the sectional. I really love this outdoor sectional because there's just so many different options for styling it. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe everything down. Just, over the winter, all the dust and everything that accumulated on the furniture during the fall season. I'm also going to be just kind of getting rid of these old flowers that are, have died back, and just plant some fresh new flowers in these planters just to kind of spruce up the deck space a little bit. So these are actually snapdragons, which I absolutely love. These are actually perennials. And so I'm planting these in the different colors. I got these from Lowe's. I think they came 12 in a pack for $13.98. And so I'm just going to add these in my planters. And in addition to this, I'm also going to be adding some tulips. The tulips that I'm going to be planting, they're just the tulip ball. They won't actually start sprouting until April, May. And y'all, if you've been following me for a while, you know I am bad about wearing my gloves. I love to work barehanded when I'm working in the soil. I know that's not a good thing. I'm trying to do better, but there's just nothing like feeling that dirt, that soil in between your nails, your fingers. But y'all, I'm a work in progress, okay? I'm not going to change overnight. I'll get there eventually. So before I start decorating, I want to show you guys the layout that I came up with the sectional. I wanted to do something a little differently with the sectional area. And so this is pretty much how I have the chairs laid out. And I like this. I like this because you can literally lay on this and just chill, read a book, whatever. So I like that. So this is the layout that I came up with for that. And then of course, I have my two chairs over here, which has ample space behind the sectional, which I love. And you can see that here. I also planted the flowers. Y'all saw me plant these flowers, these snapdragons. And remember, I also added some tulips in here. So those will be blooming sometime around, I think it's April, May, maybe. So we do have those tulips in there as well. And so these are all the decorations that I'm going to be using. So I just went ahead and piled them up on the table, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with placing everything. And I also went ahead and removed my rocking chair from the front porch, because remember I had that on the front porch for my Christmas decor. So I removed that, placed it back in this corner, and I love it here. I really love this little seating area because it still gives me ample space in between the two areas where it's not too close. So I love that. I love having that little seating area with the rocking chair. Y'all, so before the final reveal, let's go back and take a look at what this deck area used to look like before we cleaned it up, got rid of all of the leaves, and you guys can see here it was in dire need of a refresh. So now let's take a look at the final reveal. you guys what this area looks like. You might recall a few weeks ago when we had some snow and sleet, I actually cleaned up around this space here, planted some beautiful pansies, and so this area looks pretty good. So I'm just going to continue that by just kind of cleaning up the flower bed around the deck space. And I hope you guys pay attention to how I'm breaking these projects up. So I cleaned up one area, so now I'm going to focus on this space here around the deck, and then I'm gonna stop right here in this corner area here. And you can see that I also have some, these are lantanas. Those are those orange, pretty orange and pink yellow color lantanas. I'll post a picture of it in the corner to show you what they look like. They come back every year. So yeah, I've had these flowers blooming like this now for the past 3 to 4 years. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is break down all these sticks, break it all the way down to the ground, clean out the flower bed. And then once I've done that, I'll go ahead and add some fresh new mulch. So that's what I'm about to do. And again, this is just my way of prepping my yard space like a pre-spring sort of cleanup. Winter / pre-spring. So what I'm doing right now is just breaking back these lantana sticks here. They've died back, so I'm just, clearing out the dead sticks or whatever. They come back every single year. They always look so beautiful and so vibrant in this space. And so, yeah, so that's all I'm basically doing right now. And then afterwards, I'll go ahead and finish raking up the leaves and then just adding some fresh new mulch. You guys, so it is starting to get pretty late in the evening, but I did want to just kind of show you guys my progress so far on this evening. As you can see, I pretty much cleaned out all the debris, all the trash out of the flower bed. I've actually raked up all the leaves, and so yeah, I'm starting to feel really good about this space and how it's starting to look. So now the only thing I want to do, and pay that no mind, you guys, I want to go ahead and actually just add some mulch to this space. I was going to wait and do this on tomorrow, but even though it's late in the evening, there's still pretty good daylight out. So I'm going to go ahead and actually get started with that now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with adding the mulch. You can see I've already laid it out. So these are actually the premium black mulch from Lowe's. They were approximately $3.98 a bag, and it took me about 4.5 bags to complete the landscape around the front portion of this deck. So yeah, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with adding the mulch so we can go ahead and wrap this up because it's already after 6 p.m. All right, y'all know how I like to do. So before we take a look at the space around the deck area, let's go back a little bit and be reminded as to what the landscape around the deck used to look like before we cleaned it up. As you can see here, there was a lot of mess, a lot of debris, a lot of trash. So now here's what the new space looks like. All right, y'all, so here is a quick overview of my progress on last night with me adding the mulch to the landscape. Remember, this is the area here that I wanted to just kind of clean up, refresh, and landscape. But anyway, this is what the area looks like. Just wanted to show you guys that entire space. It looks so nice, so refreshed. Oh, I absolutely love the way this looks. Nothing like fresh mulch, y'all, I'm telling you. So yeah, so this is what that space looks like at the moment. Everything looks nice and clean and neat, which is exactly what I like. Okay, and again, just as a quick reminder, and let me just kind of show you the whole deck space. Get back a little bit so you can see it. Oh, it looks phenomenal. I absolutely love the way this looks. So good. All right, y'all, so that brings us into our last space in this backyard area for now anyway. So this is the area that I'm going to be cleaning and winterizing and sprucing up next. So let's go ahead and get started. So I think I'm going to be doing a combination of two things. I'm going to be cleaning out this space here, raking up all the leaves. You can kind of see where in my last couple of videos where I showed you guys my progress. And then I'm also going to be cleaning out this space here as well. You can kind of see how that looks. There's a lot of leaves back there. And then also my little tool shed, y'all. Lord have mercy, this little thing has seen better days. So I'm going to also be cleaning out the little area right here. So all of this and this little area here included. So this is what I'm going to be doing here. And y'all might remember in my last video where I cleaned up around the landscape, around the deck. I decorated the deck, just gave it a nice little refresh. So we have to continue it, y'all. We have to finish cleaning up around the deck space. And then that way, you know, that'll be another huge project completed in the backyard area. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this particular space here. So one of the things I'm gonna have to do is my water fountain. You can see how it looks, y'all. It looks a mess. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna have to clean that out. Clean that out really, really well. Ooh. And just kind of make sure that it's still working. Hopefully it's still working properly. Yeah, so we're gonna see. And then I'm gonna go ahead and also just kind of finish raking up the leaves in this space here and just tidying up over here really, really nicely. So first I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of remove all of these items here. Get this stuff out the way. I'm gonna remove both of these pots, get those gone, so that way I can have easy access to raking up the leaves in this area. So let's go ahead and continue moving forward, you guys. All right, y'all. So once again, as you can see, I'm just basically clearing out the flower beds in this landscape, just cleaned out all the debris, all the trash, and now just raking up all the leaves. And I have some fairly large trees in my backyard, which is why it accumulates so many leaves, y'all. It's like this every single fall. All right, y'all, so I want to go ahead and show you my progress so far on the landscapes, how I've cleaned it. I have to run out to Lowe's and get some leaf bags because I ran out. I normally would just grind these leaf piles up with the lawnmower, but that actually creates a bigger mess. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick these leaves up, bag them up, and be done. But let's take a look at what I've done so far. All right, so here's a look at what the space looks like at the moment. This is all the leaves that I raked up from that area. So as you can see, it's quite a bit, but got all that cleaned. And the only thing I'm gonna do now to this space is I'm gonna go ahead and remove my water fountain. I'm gonna clean that out really, really good, make sure it's still working properly, because like I showed you guys earlier, it's a mess. So we're gonna clean that out, but for the most part, we got all this rigged up. I did these rock beds when I initially did the landscape in this space. I'm gonna get rid of that because once those flowers grew, you couldn't even see the rocks. So I'm gonna just probably, I don't know. I feel like I want to do something different in this space from what I did previously. And if you're new to this channel or if you're visiting for the first time, just wanted to, let me just show you what I had in this space previously. So this was, and I'll put it in the corner here, what the landscape that I did here. I don't even know if I want to do the same landscape here, but that's something that I'll think about and decide on come spring. But for right now, just wanted to definitely get this area cleaned out, which I did. I also went ahead and cleaned out this space here as well, and you can kind of see that. And this is my little drainage tube here. Got all of that cleaned out. And so yeah, that looks pretty good. I still have to clean off my little tool shed and then also clean out the landscape area that's surrounded by the bricks right here. So I'll do that space as well, and then definitely clean clean all of this out. Yeah, I know, y'all, it's a mess. It's a mess. So what I'm about to do now to the little storage house is I'm going to spray some bleach spray on it because it's pretty dirty and I don't think water is going to be enough to lift up all the dirt. So I'm going to just give it a nice little dousing of the bleach spray, let it soak for a little bit, then I'll come behind it with the water hose. So let me just show you what it looks like right now. So here's what the top of it looks like. As you can see, it's pretty dirty to the point where I don't think water alone is going to be enough to get up all the dirt and grime. So I'm just going to use my little trusty bleach spray. Yeah, y'all, I love that bleach spray, okay? So I'm just going to spray some of that on there, let it soak for a little bit, and then I'll come behind it with the water hose. I am headed in the backyard to finish up my project that we were working on, and I'll just kind of show you guys what that space looks like at the moment. So you guys might remember in the last video me telling you that I needed to clean out this water fountain. I didn't get a chance to do it in the previous video, so that's what I'm going to be doing now, is just emptying the water that's in here and just kind of giving it a nice good spray down and just kind of making sure that it's still working properly. So here are the flowers that I'm going to plant over by the little storage house. These are daffodils. They come back every single year, and I just really love that beautiful bright pop of color. I got these from Lowe's. They were $2.98. So I really love the way these look, and they come back every spring. So I'm going to be planting a few of these in that space. And I do have some big plans for this space later on in the spring. I'm actually going to be purchasing a larger storage house, a fairly big storage house to put in that space. Let's go ahead and finish wrapping up this project. And you guys will also notice that I'm not mulching over the rocks. I'm going to keep the little rock beds here, only because I think whenever I do landscape this space in the spring, I'm going to do something different, completely different than what I'd done previously. So for right now, I just want to make sure that I can still see those rocks because I do have something else in mind that I may want to add there. All right, y'all, so before the final reveal, let's take a look back at what this entire space used to look like before we cleaned it up, before we got rid of all the junk, raked up all the leaves, and just really tidied up this entire space, added fresh new mulch, a few beautiful plants, anything we could do to just basically get it ready and prepped to welcome in spring. So I'm super excited that we finally got this project done, and we have so many other spaces that we have to work on in the backyard. But for right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the final reveal. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and I will see you guys really soon in my next video as we continue to winterize and clean up my backyard space to get it ready and prepped to welcome in spring. So until then, bye now.